I'm Faraz here, and we want to explain these line of codes with these three classes. Here we go. In the energy station class, we declare two variables, name with a string data type and with the list energy source data type and energy source. And here we declared its constructor, and after that, we declared another class, the getters for the get name and for the name and also the energy source class. And after that, we put a setter for energy source class too. And also in the file logger class, in the main function, we use the create log files function here, and we also declared it here, and we use it to give it another energy stations and as the string and also equipment. And in the create log files, we use the exception handler and the try block. We declared a log file name with the data type of a string, which we use this create log file name, and we can find it in the log file, the class, which declare the energy station and the equipment data type as the input here. And also in the file handler, we declared a new file handler, which inherited from one of the Java frameworks that we inputted, and we declared a logger here to get a logger from the logger class. We gave out its value, which is a string of log, and also we tap into info warning receiver to get its messages, and also plus the energy station and the equipment, which is its requirement. And also add handler, as a handler, we tap into add handler and add the file handler here. And the next lines, we declared a simple formatter from the data type of simple formatter, and we initialize it and tap into the file handler, and as a formatter, as a set formatter, we put a formatter here. And after that, as a list of a string and the list of equipments that I explained earlier, we read all lines and tap into the files and get the log file name as the path of the file that we wanted. And also, after that, we use the for loops and print each line to the console. And also in the catch block, we print the stack trace. And after that, in the create log file name class, with the two inputs of energy station and string equipment, we declared a logger simple date formatted again, and also a variable with a timestamp name with the type of a string to give out the date, and also return all of that together. In the log manager, log manager class, we defined a log manager from the log file manager data type. We initialize the class here and tap into the create log entry function to give out the log type.system, which we declared in the log type class, and we give out the messages. And also for the simulating opening of a file, we tap into the open log file from log file manager and give out the values. Thank you.
Hi. So now we're going to explain the login tree class. Here, the timestamp represents the time when an event occurs. The log type represents a category or type of the event. For example, the system, charging station, and energy management. And here, the message contains detail or a description of the event. So for this is part of the code, the main class. The main method demonstrates the use of the log file manager class. It creates a login tree and then opens log files for different scenarios, showcasing the flexibility of the logging system in the managing and accessing log data based on the log types. And for this class, the energy resource is simple representation of an energy source with a name and capacity. The constructor allows an instance of energy source to be created with a specific values for the name and capacity. The use of number for capacity allows for flexibility in enabling the storage of integer or floating point values.
Hi dear professor, my name is Hamidreza Fathollahzadeh. I'm here to explain this part of code for home assignment 4. In this part of code, I defined log file manager class, which manages log entries organized by log type, equipment name, and date. Here, in this line of code, I try to declare a private member variable log file, which is nested map structure, and it uses a log type as the outer key, a string as the inner key, and list as the value. This structure is used to organize log entries. After that, here in constructor, I initialize the log file map that creates an entry for each log type with an empty inner map. After that, in the time sub method, I create a private method which returns the current timestamp in this format, and uses simple date format and date classes. After that, to create a log entry method, I use this line for creating a log entry with a timestamp, log type, and message. It extracts actually the equipment name from the message using a regular expression, and adds the log entry to the appropriate list in the log files map based on the log type and equipment name which we had earlier. And for opening a log file, I create a method here that generates a log file name based on the log type, equipment name, and date, and it prints the file name to the console. If any parameters like equipment name or date is null, it uses default values or the current date. To get like file name methods, we have these private methods here that are overloaded and used to construct log file names based on different combinations of parameters. They call a helper method format date to format the date part of the file name. After that, to format date method, I create a local date object into a string with the pattern here. And to print log file name method, I create also a private method which prints a message to the console indicating that it would open a log file with a specific file name.